we had tried to have 2 practices. Our first practice, we came out to California. We typically practice in Southern California. I mean, 90% of the guys are based out of Southern California. So we tried to practice here, and it rained. It was raining all week. And when it rains out here, some of the fields tend to shut down just because if they have turf or, if it's on a level, dirted, plain field that, when water runs through it, it's a disaster. So, it was raining all week. We come out the first time, Todd's field is shut down, and we can't play. So we actually went to Camp Pendleton and took all of our tournament apparel off and got some camouflage and went out and played recreational play, man. It was the funnest I've had in paintball in a really long time. It was a very unique way to start the year, And then, we're thinking, all right, we're looking at all different types of, fields that we can go play for Sunday, and we couldn't find one, man. And honestly, Sunday we didn't play. So then the next week we come back out and we had a really good practice against the Ironman, and we learned a lot, and we played a ton of paintball, and I think we shot 100 and almost 130 cases of paint. So we're going into Phoenix with 10 guys. I mean, the max on the roster is 11, and we feeling okay, feeling pretty confident. But of course, everybody's thinking we're the underdog and out of it and everything. But unfortunately, we get here, and our coach Greg Posey, he lands and finds out that he has a death in the family, so he's got to turn around and go back to Detroit. So we're down a coach. JR gets here, and he's deathly ill. He's got some, I thought he had pneumonia or some flu-like symptoms, and so literally, I mean, he's the worst I've ever seen him. So now we're kind of down to 9 guys, but he still thinks he can play the first match. We go out there, we play Aftershock, we beat them up pretty bad. He plays a few points, everything's good. Eric Prum, one of our little front guys, goes out there the Aftershock game and re-injures his hamstring from last year. So now literally we're down to 8 guys. JR tried to come to the field on Friday, just couldn't do it, couldn't even get out of bed, and he stayed. So we're rolling deep with 8 guys here, no coach, and we go out there, we play the Russians, and we get 2 4-minute penalties, and it's ugly. And we play Dynasty and get a couple more penalties, and they beat us. And then, at that point, I mean, it seems like we play best when we just kind of sell out and let loose and just, play carefree, So we go out there and we play our final 2 games, and we win them both against Avalanche and against Impact's the other team. We beat Impact, so we finished 3-2 to go in. And our division was X Factor, and that was our first game. And honestly, I thought that they were the team to beat at the tournament. They were playing, incredible paintball, real discipline, just really carefree. And they were up a few points, and towards the end, and we just kept coming back, kept fighting, and we beat them. And after we beat them, I think was really when the guys were like, "Hey, we can do this." Sweet.
Just moving time without moving words. I feel blind within reality. That's reality. You're down toes to disappointment. So we ain't wearing the rest of things that don't mean. But the lonely sidewalks on my street made the cost to a regular people train. Accept and recognize no failure. Deal with it and move from there. Not coming home and everyone's up without you.
What's up? This is Callie from LA Infamous, and you're watching ETV.
So we go into the final match. I mean, the Cinderella story, man. David versus Goliath, and here we are, and we go out. We lose our first 2 points against the Russians, then we score 2 and tie it up. Then they score 2 and it's 4-2, and then we score a point. They score a point. Ends up being 6-4 point game. And B. Young's in the microphone saying, "Hey, what Russian Legion fans do I got out there?" And the crowd, is very respectable applaud, everything like that. And then what LA Infamous fans are out there? And the crowd erupted, absolutely erupted. And literally, I got the chills. I just got the chills thinking about it again right now. But I got the chills, and I was like, "Hey, man, the crowd's with us. We need to do this now, and play every point like it's game point, because it was, And so we score. We tied. We went to 6-5. Play another point. We score again. Tie at 6-6. There's 1 minute and 21 seconds left on the clock. It's tied 6-6, and I think the Russians were playing to stalemate. I really think they wanted to see it go into overtime, and we weren't. You know, we were like, hey, let's go into overtime. We managed to shoot a guy on the break on the left side. 20 seconds later, we shoot a guy on the break, we shoot a guy on the right side. I run up to the X, wrap on the X, shoot the third guy, go through, shoot Dave as the fourth guy, and when that's happening, the other guys manage to shoot the fifth guy. And I'm literally like at the flag station. I turn around and here's Glenn Takamoto running through with the flag and hangs it. I look at the clock and there's like 16 seconds left, and I'm like, oh my God, we just did this. You know, like it just happened. You know, like that's pretty cool. And the crowd's going nuts, and you know everybody's just kind of like holding their breath, waiting for the referees to check them in clean. And the referees checked them in clean, man. And we just the 8 guys we had there went nuts, you know, and it was pretty crazy, man. I mean, it's just a good story, you know. I mean, it's good for paintball, good for our sponsors, good for the team, good for the guys. It was a really cool story. My name's LB from Los Angeles Infamous, and I'm an egomaniac.
Shooting ego, it was like having freaking Excalibur put in my hand.
They are dependable, they're easy to clean. I don't take my guns apart, I don't fix them, you know, and this keeps working and working, so you know it has to be okay, because I beat the hell out of that thing.
I don't ever want to shoot anything else. I've been shooting them since past 2 seasons now, and a little bit on Avalanche as well. Like, I don't think we're sponsored by them, but I like to shoot it, you know.